Hey, what's up? It's Chris Martin, real estate agent, investor, and coach. Are you looking to get leads in real estate? If you answered no, then you shouldn't even be in this business. I have outlined all 4 ways in this video so you can pick the right one that fits you. Buckle up, we're about to get into it. Let's go. Regardless of your personality, there is a strategy that's right for you. And that's what this video is about. It's about picking the right strategy that makes sense for you. Let's get right into it. Number 1, we're gonna talk about working your sphere. This is your database. This is your SOI, your center of influence. I like to call it your audience. It's not just your direct family and friends. It can be, but it's also much beyond that. It's the people that, not just that you know, but it's the people that know of you. It's the second and third layer of people, the people that are on your social media accounts and that sort of thing. How are you marketing to those people? How are you giving value and showing value to those people? Because those are all people that could end up being clients of yours, or if they don't end up being clients of yours, they can always refer you business. So even if someone doesn't necessarily do business with you, it doesn't mean that they can't give you multiple different pieces of business throughout that year. So working your sphere, depending on who you are as a person, you can do multiple things, and there's all sorts of different subcategories, such as doing video content. There's stuff, if you don't feel comfortable in front of a camera, maybe you love writing, you can do a blog. What are you doing to push out your message and get in front of people and working that audience on a consistent basis? It's about the relationship part of it, not so much the sales. You're not really actively selling. You're providing value, you're building relationships. The business will come on the back end when someone knows, likes, and trusts you. They will refer you business if they don't come a piece of business themselves. So it's about the relationship part when you deal with anything regarding your sphere or your database. Number 2 is the complete opposite. It's actually working cold leads. These are people that you don't know. They don't know of you. It's very much a direct approach. So for the relationship building part of it, that comes in the follow-up, but for the most part, it's a very direct ask on what you are looking to get from that relationship. You're asking that right up front. I love this technique because me personally, I have a very high D personality. I just want to know, do you want to do business with me or not? And if not, then that's fine. I will continue on to the next person and talk to as many people as I need until I get to someone that actually wants to do business with me. That's the mentality you have to have. And if you don't have that mentality, then that's okay. You don't have to work cold leads. You can work your sphere. You can work some of the other categories that we're going to talk about right now. Working online leads. Working online leads is exactly that. It's generating leads online and working those leads. Yeah, then they're kind of cold, but they've probably clicked on something, right? They clicked on a property that they're interested in. Maybe it's even a seller that's interested in knowing the value of their home, but their information got captured and you're reaching out and responding to them and you're trying to convert that conversation and convert that person to an actual client. So there's a bunch of different strategies and there's a bunch of different platforms that you can actually generate online leads, but the concept is just that. Again, every category that we're talking about, there's going to be different subcategories underneath them as far as where you're getting them. Are you getting them through OpCity, Realtor, Zillow, whatever that looks like? It's an online lead, and how you go about dealing with it could vary. It's an online lead. Some people just have no idea what the analytics are behind any of the lead generation methods that they're actually trying. Someone may think that they're not actually succeeding with online leads when they get a couple of online leads and aren't able to convert them. They don't know that if you're converting 5% of online leads, that's probably a good ratio that you can actually have. So if you want to turn over 5, you need to get 100 leads in order to turn 5 of them over. Before we get into the last strategy, if you guys liked this content so far, if you found it a little bit useful, do me a favor. I'm not selling anything, but I would like for you guys to subscribe. I would like for you guys to drop a comment in the comment section and let me know that you found this useful. I'd appreciate that very much. Strategy number 4. This is working open houses. If you are a much better face-to-face person and you know that, you just need to be around people and you can work your magic, then working open houses may be right for you. If you find yourself in line and you're just talking to everyone in the deli and the supermarket, wherever you are, then working open houses might be for you. If you're the life of the party, open houses might be for you. Open houses, there's so many different ways that you can generate business from open houses. If you talk to the wrong agent, they're gonna tell you all types of negative stuff about open houses. Don't listen to that agent. Open houses is not just showing up and hosting an open house and twiddling your thumbs, hoping for an unrepresented buyer to walk through the door. Yes, that can be an element of an open house, and it's always good when that happens. You can use that open house to leverage other business, capture leads online. You can use it to have conversations with other owners in the neighborhood. You can farm that territory for more listings. There's different ways that you can actually get business by utilizing and hosting an open house. So if you're thinking about using open houses as a strategy, talk to agents that have successfully built good careers by hosting open houses, not the agents that think it's a waste of time. One of the greatest things about hosting open houses is it doesn't have to be your listing. So if you're a newer agent or just don't have any listings at the time, you can host a colleague's open house. And even if it's their listing, you can host that listing. Well, you would say, well, why wouldn't that listing agent want to host the open house? Well, if you're like me, I hate open houses. Why? Because I feel like that was a time period that I was okay doing that. Now I have kids. I would much rather be on the soccer field, the basketball court. I don't want to spend my weekends doing that, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you won't want to spend your weekends doing that and getting business. So there's always people that are willing to give up hosting open houses, but those open houses still need to be done. All right, let's recap. These are the 4 different strategies that top agents are getting business in real estate today, and these aren't in any particular order because you can actually do just as well in any of these categories. So don't think one of these categories is more valuable than the other, and don't think one of these categories is easier than the other, because that's not the case. Which one are you gonna pick and be married to for the foreseeable future? You have to be married to this strategy, like hug the strategy, fall in love with it, and love the grind, love the process, because you're gonna be doing more of that than the actual closing. The closing is the finish line. You're only crossing the finish line every so often. You have to enjoy running the race by these strategies. Do you feel me? So don't pick one of these strategies and do it for a couple of weeks and quit, and try another one, do it for a couple of weeks and quit. You're never gonna be good at any of them. You have to pick one strategy and be a master at that strategy. Be a master at that strategy and maybe dabble into the others. But by far, you need to be getting 80% of your business in one of these strategies, because that old saying is very true. Do you wanna be a jack of all trades and a master of none? The top producing earners in the world mostly are specialists. They specialize in something. So pick one of these strategies and specialize in it. Guys, the biggest suggestion that I can give to you guys is be honest with yourself when determining which category is right for you. That means if you don't know what type of personality you are, I've been talking about that throughout this video, do a personality assessment online. There's something called a DISC assessment, D-I-S-C, and it'll put you in a category as far as your personality traits. It's not about putting you in a box. Chris, I don't want to be boxed in. It's about where would you flourish the most, right? Like, do you want to do something where you're going to feel like you're working up against the tide every single day? No. You would much rather do something that you're a natural fit in, and that's what this is about. Just because I'm good at a certain category of strategy doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to be good or comfortable with it. Could we all do things that we don't want to do? Yes. We don't want to do that because I talked about being married to something, and that's how you're going to have to look at this. You're going to have to do something and do it for a long period of time. You might as well have it be as much of a natural fit as possible. Hey guys, I really hope you like this video and the content in it, and I hope you like this new set behind me because I was pretty hyped up putting it together. It's my first time recording with the new office in the background, so hopefully you liked it. Comment, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you appreciate my work ethic on this and my interior decorating skills, but I'll catch you guys in the next one, and I'll see you then. Peace.